video plan is to build a wheat farm right here, but I'm going to disguise it as row houses. Like, not row houses, like, you know how some houses have, like, those, houses, like, right next to each other in, like, big cities like New York? You see those photos of just everyone, like, those houses, like, next to each other, like, with a few things different in color. Well, these houses are going to be identical in a straight line, but yeah, it's going to be a farm building, and I need to gather resources from it, and I think most of this stuff is in my storage unit. So let me go quickly grab all those all those resources out of my storage unit. So I gathered up all the resources, so hopefully you like that new style, because I'm planning on using it in the future. I may do something with this alleyway later, so I'm not going to show me gathering resources for that, because I didn't gather them yet. But I may do something with this alleyway and put that into the recording. Right here is going to be the farm. There's not going to be any interior for this build, because the farm goes from the bottom to the top, because I want to use as much space as I possibly can for this farm. So yeah, I may also do something in the back of this episode or another episode. I don't really know yet. That may also not be recording because of there just needs to be something there. I don't know what. There needs to be something there. But I want to move this entire road this direction one, because I think it would look better if the slabs were here, not here. It kind of makes it look better. So honestly, I think I'll do that. But anyway, let's cue the time lapse. So anyway, oh shoot, did not mean to move. Anyway, yeah, this looks pretty good if you ask me. It kind of looks like a, what's it called? A, like, a, not Asian, Arabian type style. Like, I like what I did with the top part and this right here, just, right here. The reason I put these here was because up there, that block would be facing this direction and this one it wouldn't match, so I put these here. And to be honest, it doesn't look that bad. But yeah, I obviously built the road the same way. There was supposed to be a window here, but I kind of forgot to place those, and I'm too lazy to try to go fix that. But anyway, we have these paintings here to represent, like, make it look like there's movement going on. I originally wanted some type of glass here, but realized there's these little, what they're called, stairs, so you can't go in. But anyway, got a lantern and a way in. Either way, this is not the main way in. The main way to go in is probably the first one. But yeah, just very nice way to texture it up, make it look nice. And from a distance, it looks pretty good. Up close, not as much. But, you know, it's still pretty good for a building. So it actually makes it look like stuff's going on. Like I did over here with the second floor up here. Second floor up here, you don't get close enough to even notice it, and there's glass. But here I couldn't put glass in painting, so we're stuck with that.
But anyway, in here we have the oh shoot, I forgot to go place all the wheat seeds. Totally did not do this on purpose. Anyway, let me quickly fill this entire thing up right now. So yeah, placed them all down. I do already notice that yes, these goldberries will go and interfere, but these ones will get farmed, which is kind of cool. Produces very little glowberries though. So yeah, I put these up here just to add a little bit of light to make it a little bit more nicer. I may add a sandstone wall here later, but not right now. Anyway, these crops go all the way up to the top. We have a redstone line that actually cuts right here. I'll show that whenever we're coming down. But it goes all the way up here to here. The water dispenses, destroys all the crops up there. And this glass system here, I actually figured out how to do it because doing my honeycomb farm, I discovered that it kind of made like a wall whenever you use glass as redstone. So I kind of used that here to make like a path to allow it to go this direction, and under, like, basically in a straight line and up, which was really cool. So you can come up all the way up to here, which I think I actually messed up coming on to this. Oh, well, maybe not. Never mind. But anyway, yeah, you got the crops going all the way up to there, and you just water them. So yeah, these crops don't have much because kind of made it one block short, so you can't really place any light sources there. Maybe here or something, but I don't really know. Darn it, did not want to do that. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, you come back down here to go down. And then you come all the way down here, which is a second divide up path that takes you down to the bottom crop farm. Down here. Already knew that. Anyway, down here, we have another wheat farm that's much smaller. Ooh, did not realize there's dirt in here. This one doesn't drop down to anything. It just comes up here and boom, you have the wheat farm. Right here, you kind of get stuck, so you have to come over here to get up to the top section right here. It's a little bit weird. It's kind of cramped. This part of the farm's kind of cramped, but you know, a little bit of extra wheat. And the reason I wanted to cramp as much wheat as I can in here as possible, the interior of this build isn't aesthetically designed for like beauty or anything. The only beauty part of it is like the crop field, this middle section, because it looks like an overgrown inside kind of. Like, can you picture that? Like a little inside overgrown little building that just doesn't look like it's been like, it looks like it had a purpose, just it's just overgrown at this point a little bit. And it looks really good. It looks like it looks like an really old style building that's just being held up by standards, like old, left in its period type deal. That's with all this little green short grass and vines. So it looks like it's actually doing something. But saying I rarely use wheat, this wheat farm will provide me with all the wheat in this world. And it's night. But anyway, I did get all that, and now I want to talk about this one last feature after I go to bed and wake up. I'll show you that last feature I wanted to talk about. So I do think I like what I did here with sinking back, because it actually looks a little bit better. It looks kind of, may collect water easily, but it looks kind of like you can just walk in and walk out type deal. So anyway, yeah, I really like what I did here. And way down over here, two more things to show. All the way down here, we gotta go. I may eventually like curve this part out and make like a little curve here for this path because of it. Please don't see me, creeper. But anyway, let's go to the top. For the top, I have this little ledge here. Just so you know, it looks nice. I may do something up here. This right here actually is hiding redstone, this little up patch. So anyway, now I kind of want to work on this back area. Area right here. Because I want to do nothing right here, because this is going to be for a later episode. This entire, that section and this section and this section is for a later episode. But this small little back area isn't. So I don't know what I want to do with it yet. So I'm going to come up with the design and build it with y'all when I gather up the resources and then build it. So let's gather up the resources right now. So I went to my tree farm to get jungle wood and acacia wood. And then I went to a Badlands to get gold and mainly get a rooted dirt because there was a tree there. Anyway, so I finished gathering up all the resources I needed. I'm thinking more for like this excuse me, for the center area. I kind of want it to be like a little bit muddy to like represent like heavily like not really used walkway, just like in this back area, because this is like an older part of the city. So you know, you gotta have like this entire block was the only block not destroyed when the city was first built type deal, to like leave part of the history behind. So that's what I'm going after for this area. Anyway, so I was gonna have like this little area like muddy and destroy, and just have a bunch of stuff on the ends connecting the two like boxes and stuff. And I wanted it to be a little bit more dirtier to like represent like just mud and stuff. Like it's a common area for people to like, you know, play in the dirt type stuff. Like just play games in this back alleyway right here. So yeah, good way for area to exercise. Because my plan later is to have a park right here, like a small little park. So it would make sense there would be like a dirty alleyway here, so you could have like a little area for you to like play around with, you know, like a football and throw it back and forth type deal. So anyway, yeah, that's my plan for maybe like right here. But we're gonna have like boxes on the side and stuff like that. And then my plan is also to have like some type of fire escape like right here, and then like a way to get to the roof from this back area, and then like a small fire escape going into here to like represent like in emergencies, because I finally determined what this true pretend purpose of this building is. So this right here is like an emergency, like if this entire city's under attack. Why is it doing that? It should not be doing that. Oh, anyway, so like if this entire city's under attack, like this area, because like what I want to plan on doing is over here for like a guardian farm. I plan on building like some type of safety base, like a emergency base. So anyway, I was thinking right here could like all the people in this area can evacuate to this building here, like have like an emergency stop point. So, and I wanted it to connect via fire exit to here to here. So like in an emergency you can come down into here. And then I also have a pathway going down here, so you can make a fire escape. You can go in here onto this building, or down a pathway down to the bottom area. That was kind of my idea going for it. But yeah, I want this building to be like a pretend emergency building. So like if there was an emergency, like people would come in here, and that's why there's like so many low berries and crops in there. So like you can have already pre-made food in there and light, so you can just stay in here in emergencies. So yeah, people would evacuate to this city block. Anyway, let's get... Oh, and also, I decided I wanted to put on this side and that side two things that were like... you know what, I'll show you with this time lapse what I plan on doing. I started on the left with the mural, then I worked on the fire exits. Then I worked on the right mural. Then I worked on the alleyway. So for the ground, I wanted to do like a mixture of mud, dirt, and coarse dirt, just so it looks like nice and stuff. I added fire bushes for light and to make it look like a little bit overgrown. Put a lot of leaf litter to look like trash. Small bits of trash or decaying stuff. Anyway, and the jungle logs and the beehives are supposed to look like cardboard boxes or just other normal boxes. So right here is the idea behind it. Right here is an emergency fire exit. Those two are for like that level, and you come down here and evacuate through here. So like in quick emergencies you run down there, but not everyone can always fit down there, so some people come down this ladder to save some time to get more people out quicker, because this right here is like a factory, so you know you gotta get everyone out as quickly as possible. You could also have people just run into here. We're pretending you can run into here, so you know, yeah, you can like run into emergency building. It's not even the order, but who cares. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, this pathway is really good. I like the way I did it. So yeah, it also, this right here is supposed to be like the main way in from like the bottom and side type deal. We have stairs on the back, so if you want to, you can go. This one goes also all the way up to there. But yeah, up here we have more of like a balcony little area. You can stay up here and evacuate. Okay, let's see if we can make this jump. Nope, we cannot make that jump. And let's go to this other side so I can show you. Anyway, right here we have like a fire escape, and we have this little caging because this right here is really high up. You're like really high up, so you don't want people to fall, so you put the caging there. The reason the caging isn't on the other side is because it's a fire escape, so you don't need it. And it's getting dark. So anyway, yeah, the other one's emergency. The reason the other ones don't have them is because it's like really close to the ground, so even if you fall, you'll be safe on the wire type deal. Okay, so now let me show you what I did with these murals and why I designed them. See, these two murals are supposed to determine the purpose of this factory. You know, it's a wood factory, so you have wood used in houses. So we have like a house mural, the like wood, and then like the white birch logs are supposed to be like glass. And then it's also used in fuel. I don't think you can really tell that it's fuel source unless I tell you it's a fuel source. But like if you look at it, you could kind of see like the coals, the gilded blackstone, which that was expensive. I had to loot an entire bastion of all its gildstone to find it. So, and I still have like 1.5 stacks left of it. So I don't think I'm gonna be using it anytime soon. And then I used raw stuff for the rest of it, to kind of look like the copper and the gold to look like a fire pattern going out. And the blackstone in the back to make it look like smoke or whatever you want to make it look like. But it also is a very good backdrop. So I think I did a pretty good job for this. And the gilded part of it kind of makes it look like the coal's on fire. You know, like the scourging part. Like the red part of the coal whenever you cook. Anyway. Yeah, I think I really do like what I did here. So let's go to the front. Honestly, I prefer this alleyway over the front any day of the week. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, yeah, this was a good project. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.